welcome to the Kelly Roach Show, a place for no fluff, easy to implement, 20-minute or less business and leadership lessons to help you build a sustainable business that scales. Let's get started. I remember one day I happened upon the Abraham Hicks audio, "Things Are Always Working Out for Me." And this audio literally changed my mind and it changed my life. I feel like I've always been a pretty positive person. I think positive is my default setting. But this definitely took it to a new level. And it also reframed it for me. Now, you have to go and listen to the Abraham Hicks audio. I hope you will all do that on YouTube after this podcast is done. But, in this audio, Abraham is basically kind of framing out, if everything is always working out for you and you believe that it's working out for you, more and more things will continue working out for you. And the essence is really helping you to understand the role that you play and your mindset and your attitude and your feelings and your belief, and how it's really kind of this self-fulfilling prophecy, which I think we all know this already anyway, right? Like cognitively and intellectually, we know this, we understand this, right? Like our life is a self-fulfilling prophecy because, thoughts become things, right? What we think, what we focus on, what we obsess over, what we take action on, our belief ultimately translates into our mindset and our actions and our behavior, which becomes our outcomes, which becomes our lived experience, right? But it is so easy. It is so easy in the day-to-day to forget that things are always working out for us. And so today, this is your reminder to deepen and to strengthen that belief that things are always working out for you. Things are always working out for me. But where we get ourselves in trouble and where things kind of go off the rails pretty frequently is that when we misinterpret something that doesn't go in accordance to our expectation as being bad. It's bad for us because it didn't go according to the expectation that we had. Because we had a story playing in our minds of how we thought things were going to go or how we wanted them to go, which was one very limited perspective, one very limited route that things could take to get to an outcome, right? There's like unlimited possibilities for how we can arrive at the destination that we ultimately want to be at. Right? But in our minds, we typically are fixated on one way. We're fixated on one outcome. We're fixated on one path. And we get fixated on that path. We get fixated on that expectation. And then when things happen for us that are out of alignment with our expectation, we interpret them as not going well, not going right, not going for us. Right? But what do they say? Sometimes the things that didn't work out for us really worked out for us. And I know all of you can look back on your life and you can look back on situations in the past where you felt like things weren't going the way that you wanted them to, or how you expected them to, or how you desired them to, and they really worked out for you. So one of the things that I am actively practicing for myself on a daily basis, I'm actively practicing interpreting things as they happen as always working out for me, and not attaching emotion when things don't go as I desired or as I expected, but instead trusting that if they didn't go the way that I expected them to, or they didn't go the way that I wanted them to, it's not that they aren't working out for me, it's that they actually are working out for me, but there was an alternative path to get to the best and highest outcome for me that I just wasn't able to think of myself. This is something that I am putting a concentrated effort on focusing on in my life. And I will tell you, I am happier. I am more relaxed. I don't react and respond emotionally to things. I can recover more quickly when things happen that I have to deal with, problems that need to be solved, issues that arise, whatever the case. If you can develop an active practice of pivoting back to the thought that things are always working out for you in every moment of every day, you will start to discover a peace. You will start to discover a mental agility you will start to find yourself less anxious, less stressed out, less pressure. You will feel less pressure. Because I think what happens is when things don't go according to expectation, we immediately become stressed because we immediately feel behind, because we immediately feel like the thing that didn't go the way we wanted to go didn't go. And now it creates this whole like whirlwind of fight or flight emotions, right? So for this week, I want you to do two things. Number one, you got to go check out Abraham's work and you got to go listen to this session that I'm talking about. And number two, I want you to trace back to situations in your life where things didn't go in accordance to your plan, but they went a completely different way. And they actually worked out in the best way possible for you. That is going to give you proof in action. That is going to help you in a tangible way realize that when things aren't working out for you, they're really working out for you. And then number three, I want you to practice this in your daily life. Practice reverting back to this in your daily life. Practice calming your mind and responding that everything is always working out for me. So if that didn't work out for me, there is an even better way. There is something better for me. There is something that is greater for me. There's a better way. There's a better outcome. There's a better avenue to take. There's a better path to highest and best. Okay? So remember, our beliefs create our mindset. Our mindset then drives our actions and our behaviors. And that is what determines our outcomes in life. So if you want to create more alignment in your life, more happiness, more peace, more comfort, less anxiety, less stress, revert back to this idea that things are always working out for you. And keep working on developing the belief around that. Because if you are able to develop the belief around that, you'll be able to interpret things differently as they come into your day, as they come into your week. And it's going to make life and business and family and all the other things so much more manageable. Because when you hold that belief that things are always working out for you, it changes your perception of the world. And it changes how you react and respond to every single thing that comes your way. And it's going to massively accelerate your certainty and your confidence to keep taking action, even when you have obstacles or roadblocks or diversions, because you're interpreting those things as actually there to help you, not there to tell you you're not meant for that thing. I can't tell you how many times I've heard from people, it must not be for me. Maybe I'm not meant to, right? That's how we interpret things when an obstacle arises. That's not why. It's because we needed to be redirected. You've heard this before. Redirection is for your protection. We know this cognitively, we know this intellectually, but it's actually belief in action. So your challenge for this week is to put that belief in action and to know that you're being guided, you're being supported, there's a plan for your life. Your gifts were given to you to be fully utilized with every ounce of energy that you have, and to go out in the world and to believe and to trust and to know that God has your back. Have an absolutely amazing week.